What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I got just a quick one for you today. Just a little bit of updates for some things that the Dolphins did today. Today, the moves that they made were in order to free up some cap space. So they didn't cut anybody, although we know that they did just cut, Allen Hurns and Jesse Davis, which saved them. I think it was roughly about $5 million in total between those two. They did do a couple additional things today, including they restructured some contracts. Clayton Fejedelem to free up about $750K. Not a whole lot there, but obviously, every dollar counts. And then the big one, though, that they did was they restructured Byron Jones, and they took... it was about 10 million, maybe a little more than 10 million of his base salary, and turned it into a signing bonus. And so that frees up about $10 million. So, I saw a couple different people. So it's about 5 to 7 million, I think, is where the Dolphins currently sit in cap space. I didn't look myself on Over the Cap to see what it is. Probably should have. But anyway, maybe I can actually pull it up here as I talk. But the Dolphins don't have a lot left in cap space. They do have to, do some stuff if they want to free up more. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, so cap space. Well, as of right now, it says, according to overthecap.com, it says right now we have about 14 million in cap space, but that's the top 51. So it's probably it's probably less than that when you include all the players, because that's just the top 51 cutoff. And then there are still a number of players past that. So the Dolphins don't have much, and if they do want to make any more moves, they will have to free up some more cap space in order to do so, and especially too because they will have to sign their rookie class, which of course as of right now should look to be actually rather cheap, considering the fact that we don't have a ton of picks overall, not a lot of quantity when it comes to our picks. So that obviously will help keep the price down, but also they're mostly, mid to late round picks at this point, since we don't currently have a first or second round pick, and we did give up one of our fourth round picks as well. So now we only have one in the fourth round. So won't necessarily need a lot for that, but obviously we'll have to make sure to have money for that. So I would expect more moves to happen. Obviously, I would expect them to, make some more cuts. I would expect probably some more restructurings. I mean, we'll see how things happen with Howard, because they still haven't finished that. But they are potentially looking to bring in some other players as well, including some prominent players. There's been talks and rumors that they might even be looking at Tyrann Mathieu at the safety position. And when it comes to that, I'll just say quickly, I'd love to have Tyrann Mathieu on the roster, and as a Dolphin, that would be fabulous. But my feelings would be similar to the Tyreek Hill thing, although a little bit different. Because in that case, you wouldn't have to trade for him. It would just be a paycheck. So it would really only be cap space that you'd be investing and devoting to him. But it's not really an area of need. We still do have more important things to fill, so I wouldn't necessarily do it. At least not now. I would, I would bring in JC Treader first, right? Like I would hit the center first before I do a safety. But they are potentially looking to bring both of those guys in. So we'll see how that plays out and see what they do from here. But like I said, just wanted to give you guys a quick one. Just to let you know about that. So they did make some cap saving moves. So obviously things are still in the works, and they are not done yet with free agency. So again, let's see how things play out the rest of the way. And as of right now, even though, it's true that I wouldn't personally have done the Tyreek Hill trade, just because I don't like investing that much, draft capital and cap space into one person, into one player. He is now the highest paid wide receiver in the league, $30 million annual salary. I mean, that's pretty intense. Obviously, they can restructure later down the line, blah, 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 give him signing bonuses to ease cap hits, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? But that is a pretty expensive contract. It's going to make at least the first half of the draft pretty fucking boring. And, you know, I think we had bigger needs, and I would have done it a little bit differently. I would have, you know, still brought in a wide receiver, I would have done that in the draft in either, you know, somewhere between rounds 1 and 3, depending on how things fall and, you know, what other moves they do make. But despite that, even though the fact that I wouldn't have necessarily done that trade, it doesn't change the fact that I also love that Tyreek Hill is a Miami Dolphin. So both things can be true. And I'm not the one that makes the decision, right? So sure, Tyreek Hill wouldn't be a Dolphin if it was up to me. At least not likely, because I would rarely, it's not to say that I wouldn't do it ever, but I would rarely make those big splash moves, right? Because my philosophies for building a team are built through the draft, supplement through free agency. I don't like being big spenders in free agency. If I'm going to pay guys, it's going to be guys in-house that I drafted, that I developed, or even if they're free agents that we brought in relatively cheap and then they perform for us, you know, over a couple years or a year or 2, 3 years, whatever, then if they perform for you, then, you know, there you go, right? Tyreek Hill wasn't already here. We didn't draft him. You get the point. But like I said, either way though, it is exciting, right? And I love what they did with the offensive coaching staff, Pat Surtain, Sam Madison on the defensive side. And so Tyreek Hill definitely does bring another explosive element to this offense. So it is going to be exciting. I don't hate it by any stretch of the imagination. I love Tyreek Hill being a Dolphin. It's not how I would have personally preferred to have done business, but I don't mind it at all from the aspect of, and I love it, in fact, that he is a Dolphin. So anyway, with that, let me wrap up. Let me get out of here. Before I do, make sure you check out the Rave On Sports App, the new fan-driven sports app for all of your sports, whether it be basketball, baseball, football, college, whatever you like, they got it, and they are looking to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-play coverage, live chats with other fans and content creators like myself, while also providing you with an arena to dispute the terrible officiating. So make sure you look for the links to that in the description box. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro, as well as on Instagram at Dolphins_with_Dillon. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Phins up.
Miami wins it.